Hi friends, welcome to Curious University, better known as Curious U. I'm Miss Traci.
And I'm Miss Katie Jane.
This week is all about desserts. I love desserts. And there's something that I love almost as much as I love desserts, and that is learning new things. So let's learn some facts about desserts.
A dessert is a sweet course served at the end of a meal. The word dessert originates from the French word desservir, which means to clear the table.
That's a fact.
In the United States, the average person eats about 300 cookies per year. That's a fact.
The first cakes were very different from what we eat today. They were more bread-like and sweetened with honey. Nuts and dried fruits were often added. Modern versions of cakes are often used to celebrate special occasions like birthdays or weddings.
That's a fact.
Every year, approximately $700 million in pies, around 186 million pies, are sold in American grocery stores. That is enough pies to circle the globe with some left over. That's a fact.
In a tasting, professional ice cream testers will sample over 60 packages of ice cream using a unique, one-of-a-kind designer spoon made from gold. The gold spoon enables the tester to sample the ice cream without experiencing any aftertaste from the spoon itself.
That's a fact.
The Hershey's factory in Hershey, Pennsylvania, makes 70 million chocolate kisses a day. These tiny chocolate treats have nothing to do with actual kissing. The name comes from the sound that the chocolate makes when coming out of a machine during the manufacturing process. That's a fact.
This week's featured story is based on the book I'll Wait, Mr. Panda by Steve Antony. This tasty tale is all about patience, and it stars all black and white animals. Can you name them all? Let's find out.
Hey, what are you making, Mr. Panda? Is it going to be good?
Wait and see, Alpaca. It's a surprise.
What? That's not cool, dude. No, I will not wait. Goodbye.
I'll wait, Mr. Panda.
I say, Panda, old chap, what are you making? Are you making cookies?
Wait and see, Anteater. It's a surprise.
No, waiting is too hard. Goodbye, sir.
I'll wait, Mr. Panda.
Are you making cupcakes, Mr. Panda? Are you? Are you cupcakes?
Wait and see, Rabbit. It's a surprise.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm done waiting. Goodbye.
I'll wait, Mr. Panda.
Excuse me. Is it ready yet, Mr. Panda?
No, Snowy Egret. It's not ready yet. Wait here.
But I don't like waiting, and no, I'm gonna have to say goodbye. Okay, yeah, goodbye.
I'll wait, Mr. Panda. I'm waiting, Mr. Panda. I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting, waiting. I'm waiting, Mr. Panda. Mr. Panda, I'm waiting. Guess what, Mr. Panda? I'm waiting. Look at me, Mr. Panda. I'm still waiting. Surprise! Wow, Mr. Panda, that was worth the wait. I know. And guess what? I can't wait to eat it. Thank you, Mr. Panda. Today is all about yummy, yummy desserts. And I'm going to tell you about one dessert in particular, and that is cupcakes. Now, I love cupcakes, and well, I never really thought about cupcakes being invented. It just seemed like, well, they were always around. But there was a time when cupcakes were new. And guess what? They weren't called cupcakes. Do you want to know what they were called? They were called 1, 2, 3, 4 cakes, or sometimes number cakes. Now, that sounds a little weird until you know the reason. The reason people called them 1, 2, 3, 4 cakes is because it helped them remember how much of each ingredient to put into the cupcakes. For example, you put in 1 cup of butter, 2 cups of sugar, 3 cups of flour, 4 eggs, then back to 1 cup of milk and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And that is why cupcakes used to be called 1, 2, 3, 4 cakes. And that is a fact. In today's Curiosity Break, we're going to be making cupcakes, but not the kind that you eat. We'll be using different ingredients to make erupting cupcakes. And this is what we need. We need some baking soda, and then we'll need either some silicone cupcake liners or a muffin tin. I don't have a muffin tin here, but if I did, that's what I would use. But I have these silicone cupcake liners, and they'll work just fine. But just remember, you can't use the paper ones. That won't work at all. All right, we're also going to use some liquid watercolor. Now, this is optional, and instead of liquid watercolor, you could use food coloring, which is what I would use if I had some. But again, the color is totally optional. And the last thing that we need is our secret ingredient, which I have already poured into this measuring cup. I'm not going to tell you what it is until the experiment is over. Are you ready to get started? All right. I'm going to move the camera so that you can see just a little bit better exactly what is going on. I'll be right back. Okay, I think we're ready to get started. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spoon some baking soda into each cupcake liner. I'm going to do about 2 scoops, which makes my liner about half full of baking soda. All right, let's do one more. And we'll be done. Here we go. Next, and remember this step is optional, I'm going to put in just a drop of liquid watercolor. And now it's time to add our secret ingredient. I'm going to pour slowly at first. Oh, look. Wow, look at that. Up and over. That is so cool. Our secret ingredient is mixing with the baking soda to form carbon dioxide. And look at the carbon dioxide bubble up and foam over the sides. Have you guessed what our secret ingredient is? If you guessed vinegar, then you're right. Vinegar is an acid, and when it was mixed with baking soda, which is a base, it formed a chemical reaction. And that is what we saw when the carbon dioxide bubbled up and foamed over the sides of the cupcake liners. So, because you can keep doing this over and over again until the baking soda dissolves into the vinegar, I've decided to move the camera and show you a different view. And just for fun, I've added more food coloring. Let's see what happens. Whoa. What about this one? Nice. And finally, here we go. Yeah, I like that rainbow that it made. Those colors look really pretty. And if this looks like something you would like to try at home, you can grab an adult and do it yourself. Thank you so much for being with me here today. This is the last week of story time for this season. But we want you to join us this summer for Summer Reading 2021 and all the fun activities we have planned for you. To get updates, check out our Facebook and Instagram pages at HPL Kids. Until then, stay curious. Bye.
This story time is brought to you by the Hoover Public Library.